All right, so here's a quick video in regards to this unit and how to actually set it up once you replace the board. So if you turn it on and you see a number, everything is good. The other thing is you should hear the fan start running. If you don't hear a fan start running, it means that you forgot to plug in the cable to the fan itself. All right, the next step is gonna be, once it turns on, you're gonna have to go in here, you're gonna have to log into the unit. So you're gonna press login. So what I did that, I just went to system, there's a login button. Here you're gonna have a few things, and one of them is service. Press enter, and the password to that is 23456789. Enter. All right, next you're gonna scroll down to when you find the cycler, you're gonna go down to service. You're gonna select index. Okay, and now you're gonna get a bunch of errors, by the way, every now and then if you don't have your serial number set up correctly. So the thing is here is you're gonna have to put in the serial number, which is the serial number on the left of the unit. So this is the correct serial number. So if you look, the last 5-digit numbers are the number of the serial number, but here you have a FR. So the F represents the year, and then the R represents the month. So I'm gonna go next, press enter, and then I'm gonna set my voltage, 115. You're not in Europe. So here you're gonna set your month. Now, the months are pretty much sequential. So if I go to 1, press enter, I'm gonna get a G. If I get to 2, H, and so on and so forth. So minus 12, so based on that letter, you're gonna calculate what your month is, or just go through all of them. The next thing, you're gonna go to your date. I'm pressing down, by the way, to get to my date. So again, 2016 is F. So if I go to 2015, it's gonna be E. So again, sequential and the date. So based on that letter, you're gonna have the correct year here. And it does matter, if you don't put the right one, it will not work. So press here next, and then next again. And now it's gonna ask me for the block and the lid serial number. Okay, to get that, the lid itself, here in the corner and here in the corner, has 2 buttons that you have to press on. And you can hear the clicking, and you're gonna hear as well. Now you have to do both at the same time in order to be able to lift it. And it's pretty hard for me, so I'm gonna put this down. There you go. So you're gonna push those 2 buttons down, and if you wanna see what it looks like, it's pretty much just this button right here. And you can see that going down. Now, the serial number itself is right underneath this cable. So if I lift this cable up, you're gonna see the number in there. So my number, it's trying to zoom out, but it is 24225. So then when I put it down, it's gonna latch right on. So make sure it latches on that pin on both sides. Okay. So again, 24225, 24225, looks great. Okay. So then I'm gonna say next, next, and now once it puts me back to my regular screen, press OK. Yes. And that saves the data. Now, the next step is gonna be to go to cycler and go to login. Go to system and then go here to update, and then you're gonna select cycler, and then you're gonna select cycler 1, and you're gonna press start. And what this is gonna do is gonna flash the PCB board to match the controller itself. So once that's done, it's gonna restart again, and you shouldn't get any errors anymore. Now, the last step is gonna be to actually test the system and see if there's anything wrong with it. So you'll have one of these guys. You can see this is like a single well measurement. So you can put it anywhere in your block. Usually you can do it in 2 sides, one here and one here if you want to, or you can just do it in the center itself. So then you're gonna pull this forward, you're gonna close it, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna create here an application. I like to call one service. So you can see service and edit. So the numbers I usually do is 30 for 2 minutes, and then you're gonna go next, and again 2 minutes, and then I like to do here it's like 95, and the next step is gonna be 90. And you can do 2 minutes, you can do whatever you want to. I find 2 minutes to be a much better number. and enough hold to tell me a good, but you can put it exactly where your application is. And then here I would do like something like 55. Oh, sorry. So again, 2 minutes. And then you'll do here 55 and 72. That looks good for about 2 minutes. And then end it again with about 30 degrees, or usually that's the best, 30 degrees. So that looks good. Press save. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna exit it, and then you're gonna start it. And then as the unit runs, it's gonna go to 30. So we're gonna see it here as well, going to 30, and we're gonna see if it is actually accurate at 30 degrees. Spec on these units is about 0.5 on the actual unit, but on the machine itself, I think it's also 0.5, so your spec is about 1. So you can see it's fairly accurate right there. That's a very good number. Now, as the unit goes higher, like 95, the spec on these go to about 2.4. So I can send you the manual. It's very high, but it's about 2.4 Celsius at a higher number. I think it's anything over 80 degrees, it will be about 2.4. So, yeah. Okay, so if that number, if this goes out of calibration, so you're looking at about 1 degree, I think it's 1.5. I like it under 1, but about, again, 1.4 I think was the actual spec for the PCRs. So anything over that would be considered that we need to recalibrate it. And then over 80, 2.4 degrees difference. I know it may sound a lot, but unfortunately that's the specs on these units, and usually they're really good, but that's the maximum spec. So if that's the case, then we're going to use a completely different unit. It looks similar to this one, but it connects to the back of the unit, and then we're going to have to run this verification calibration through the controller itself. That will be a complete separate video if that's the case, and if we have to send that one out. That one we only have one. This one we have a few multiple units up here, but the other calibration one we only have one, so we try to kind of not send it out as much, especially internationally. All right, let me know if you have any issues. Take care.